Okay, here's a review of the Valtech LLC Magna Tiles, which we purchased about 3 weeks ago. We purchased the 100-piece set, which you can see here. This box is about 12 by 8.5 by 3¼ inches and weighs a little over 6 pounds. You can kind of turn it around here to get a view of the different sides of the box. Again, these are the clear colors. They also make these in a solid opaque color, which you can kind of see here on some of these images. I personally like the clear colors better. Everything looks sort of like you're building in stained glass, which is kind of neat. But you know, I think price-wise, they're similar. It may actually be a little bit cheaper if you buy the opaque colored pieces, which they also offer. And there are also other brands that are very similar to the Valtech Magna Tiles, and some of them are compatible with this particular set. I haven't actually used any of those. I can't really comment on whether the construction is better, worse, different, than these. But certainly these have been very popular thus far since we bought them. We actually saw these initially at the Tulsa Children's Museum about a month ago, and then I looked online and bought this set from Amazon for about $120. And so certainly it's not cheap to buy these. And the reason they are expensive is because these tiles do in fact have considerable number of rare earth magnets that are lined along the perimeter of all of these tiles, and that obviously adds to the expense. Now, if this box has been used for a few weeks, and so the packaging is not all completely here. There was more packaging involved than what you're currently seeing in here, and so they weren't just all crammed in here exactly like you see. But there wasn't certainly very much box bloat. Everything was packed in quite tightly, and so the overall packaging job was done pretty well. Now these tiles again come in a variety of shapes. You have these small squares. There's the larger squares, which are about 6 by 6 inches. You have some isosceles triangles, some right triangles, some equilateral triangles. So you can build a variety of different shapes with these. These triangles can certainly be used to build build pyramids or things of that nature. You can use these tiles to quickly build various structures and buildings. And these also can be used with other types of play activities. My son can use these to build extra buildings for his Thomas train layout. I've seen people build small doll houses out of these blocks or these tiles, and so they do have a lot of uses. And what's really nice is that they do allow you to build a structure very rapidly, and that can allow a child to build multiple buildings in very short order to use for play with other things. And they also do make good travel toys. We took these on a trip recently and put about half of these tiles in a Ziploc bag, took them with us in a backpack as we were traveling from through airports and so forth. And actually at one airport, my son had these out, and within a few minutes he had 4 or 5 other kids that were there playing with him. And they all had a really good time playing with them. And I would certainly recommend taking a look at these if you haven't already seen them. They are a lot of fun to play with. Again, the main downside is that there is certainly relatively high cost involved for these. They do offer smaller sets on the order of 30 pieces or 60 or whatever that cost less, but it's, in terms of cost per piece, the 100-piece set is more economical, even at $120 than the smaller sets. And you will definitely run into a problem if you do have more than one child playing and you have a smaller set, because certainly these tiles, it's so easy to build something very large and very fast with these tiles that you're going to have a situation where you're going to run out of tiles in very short order if you have more than one child playing with them. And so that can obviously be a problem in terms of fighting over tiles and that kind of thing. And so it is worthwhile to get the larger set, just because of that. The other thing you have to watch out for, again, these tiles do have these rare earth magnets that are very powerful, that line the perimeter of these tiles. And so you have to be very careful that the tiles don't get broken and these magnets come out with small children in case you might have a situation where someone tries to swallow these, as obviously being magnets, they will stick together and can cause all types of problems in the digestive system if they do clump together and clamp onto various things as they try to pass through. And so there are warnings on the box about that. And these tiles they are glued and they do have riveting along the corners. The bigger tiles, in fact, have riveting also, at various points in between. And so they are very durable, and these have been abused considerably since we've had them, and there's been no signs of cracking or anything with any of these tiles. And so they do thus far appear to be very durable. But again, you have to watch these carefully to make sure that you aren't seeing any damage that might cause some of these magnets to possibly come out. I'm not sure if the magnets themselves are glued in to where even if it cracked, it may be hard to get out. I haven't obviously purposely broken any of these yet, but the main bottom line is to wash and make sure that they do stay intact. If you do have small kids that may be tempted to try to swallow these magnets at some point in time, but otherwise they are a great building toy, and I know they've been used in schools as well. And so it's definitely a fun thing to look into if you're looking for another type of building toy besides Legos or that kind of thing. Again, the downside is the cost, but certainly thus far it turned out to be useful for us. My son has played with them every day for quite a long time, and so at least in terms of use, it's been worth the cost for us thus far. But certainly look around and see if you can find a good price. Again, we paid $120 on Amazon. Whether you can get a coupon and that kind of thing and find them cheaper elsewhere, you may be able to do that. I don't know, but you may look into that. But otherwise, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye.